and welcome back to Ultima 7, the Black Gate and Forge of Virtue. So we just went through the Vesper mines and found a couple magically locked doors in the mines. And we're just outside of the town of Vesper. Snake! So let's head in and see what's going on. We learned that this is the only place in Britannia where humans and gargoyles live together. And we've learned that there's a fair bit of animosity between the two races. Hello. What are you guys doing? It's kind of creepy. The matronly woman you see has a look of concern on her face.
Good day, my lord. I am Ivella, she curtsies. Might I know thy name?
I'm Lugan.
Pleased to meet thee, Lugan.
Job?
I take care of my daughter Catherine while Cador is at work.
Catherine?
I worry about her. Every day at noon she seems to disappear for a few hours. She has these foolish notions that gargoyles are friendly and honorable. I'm afraid she may be visiting the other side of the oasis. Oh, I do hope not.
Oh, that seems a little strange, but okay. Tell me about Cador.
Cador is mine husband. He is the overseer at the Britannian Mining Company here in Vesper. He is often at the tavern at this time. I do wish he would not go there every night with that woman.
What woman?
Her name is Mara. She is a fellow miner. She is very nice, but also very beautiful. I do not like mine husband spending all that time with her.
Tell me about Vesper.
Well, it would be a lovely town if it not were those gargoyles. They are disgusting beings. I think Austin should have them run out of town.
Who's Austin?
He is our mayor. Eldroth recommended that we elect him, so of course we did. However, between the two of us, I think we ought to have someone new if Austin does not do something quickly. As a matter of fact, thou shouldst run for mayor, my lord. What dost thou think? Wouldst thou like to run for mayor?
Sure.
I agree. Thou ought to consider it.
Who's Eldroth?
He is our town advisor. Very wise man, that Eldroth. He also sells provisions.
What do you think about the Fellowship?
Thou hast not heard of the Fellowship? It is a wonderful organization. They hold parades. Whoops, I double-clicked. They hold parades and festivals, something, something, something. Mine husband learned of them some time ago, and we have been happy members ever since.
Why don't you tell me what you really think about the gargoyles?
Perfectly wretched beasts. Thank goodness most of them stay on their side of the oasis. I do not know how Cador stands working with them. Well, for him, that is. There is only one who still works there. Here, she says, fumbling through her robes. Finally, she finds a piece of parchment and hands it to you.
Okay, bye.
Pleasant journey, my lord.
Spark, you know what to do. Bunch of clothes. What did she give me?
Keep Britannia clean. Send the gargoyles back. Paid for by the Britannian Purity League.
No! I don't want that. Get out of here. The only gargoyles we've spoken to have been perfectly nice. Oh, we didn't talk to your daughter. Is she in bed? She's too little.
You see before you a young girl with a carefree expression. As she notices you, her eyes grow wide as she exclaims, Thou art the person in the one for one of my storybooks. Thou art the Avatar.
What's your name?
My name is Catherine, my lord Avatar.
Job?
I have no job, my lord Avatar. I live with my father and mother here in Vesper.
What do you think about Vesper?
That is the name of our city, my lord Avatar. If thou art lost, thou mayest wish to speak with the town clerk.
Tell me about your mother.
Yes, my lord Avatar. She is there right now. She points apparently indicating her house.
And your father?
He is the overseer at the mines, my lord Avatar.
Okay. Bye, Catherine.
Goodbye, my lord Avatar.
Nice kid. Who's in here? A few pieces of gold. I think someone needs leggings, don't they? Spark, which probably means Jana needs leggings too. Was that all of it? Yeah. This must be Eldroth's house. / shop. What you got, Eldroth? We'll take your torches. Oh, some gloves, some lockpicks. We'll take those. Spark probably needs gloves. No, he doesn't. Jana. What else we got? I do both of these? Yeah. What are these? Oh. And we looked in there. And we will take that torch as well. And that torch. And that torch. Okay, that's enough torches. Ooh, boots. What are these? Greaves. We'll give Jana the greaves, I guess. She's the only person without anything on her lower body, armor-wise. Alright, good little haul. Let's talk to who I assume is Eldroth. What's it? Oh, that's a... What's this? Eating utensils. Your nightstand. No judgment here. Whoops. Hello. He just immediately closes the blinds. A very neat, well-groomed, kindly man stands before you. Name? He smiles at you. Ah, excellent. Thou art not afraid to ask question. Remember, there are no stupid questions, only dumb ones. My name is Eldroth, my lord. And your job? I, my friend, am the provisioner, and if I may be immodest, also a counselor for Vesper. Perhaps I can some day give thee advice, my lord. For remember, that which does not kill us makes us wounded. Tell me about Vesper. Yes, my lord, this town is full of wonderful people to whom I have given advice. What sort of advice? Early to bed, early to rise, makes Jack a dull boy. And tell me about the people. About whom doth thou wish to know? Austin, the gargoyles, Liana, Cador, perhaps Yongi. Let's start with Austin. The mayor? I would have thought thou wouldst have met him by now, my lord. He is performing an excellent job. Thou mayest not realize this, he blushes, but 'tis I who suggested he run for the office. Something tells me he's not doing a good job. Tell me about the gargoyles. I fear they will stage an uprising. I know Austin holds the same thoughts. Sounds like a lot of people might. For very recently he approached me and asked for my guidance to prepare for just such an incident. I will warn thee, just as I warned him. Always remember, my lord, the best defense is a good defense. Tell me about Liana. Liana is a very fine young woman who clerks at the town hall. And Yongi? He is the bartender at the Gilded Gizzard. He stops, shakes his head, and then corrects himself. I mean the Lilded Lizard. He frowns. No,
That's the gilded lizard. Yes, that's it. And Cador. Cador oversees the mines. He and his wife Ivella have a lovely daughter named Catherine. We don't want to buy anything. I guess that's it. Farewell, my lord. Never forget, the grass is always greener when it rains. Those were pretty good. I like that. Okay, so Eldroth's an idiot. This looks like the mayor's office. Ugh. Wouldn't be a video without too many blocks. Oh, don't be... Yeah. Does everybody have gloves? Jana, do you have gloves? Yeah. Oh yeah, I just gave you those gauntlets. Oh, no need to awaken you. You see a middle-aged man with a furrowed brow, as if he is constantly worried. Name. Please call me Austin. Job. He sighs before responding. I'm the mayor of Vesper. Vesper? It was a pleasant place in days past, but now, my lord, the turmoil between our people and those gargoyles has caused many problems. What sorts of problems? I am worried that the gargoyles may get restless and attack us. Blorn has not helped things, he points to his chest. I am the one in charge with maintaining order here. If there is not any, it will be my responsibility. I've asked Eldroth what to do in case of an uprising, and I'm trying to plan accordingly. Yeah, what did he say? Eldroth acts as our counselor. He's been giving advice to the people of our town for, well, longer than I can remember. He owns the provisions shop. And Blorn? I am not sure what to think about him. I do not know what he does for a living, but I know the gargoyles hate him more than they do the rest of us. I am frightened of what will happen, since it's obvious that he holds mutual feelings towards them. And what do you think about the gargoyles? I don't trust them any more than thou dost, Lugan, but officially they are citizens too. Hey, I'm not anti-gargoyle. I'm afraid they may try to forcefully gain control of the town someday. And what about the people? I try to stay in touch with as many of the citizens as I can, but I do not know all of them that well. I know Cador has been in charge of the local branch of the Britannian Mining Company ever since it opened. He is married to Ivella. I believe they are members of that fellowship organization. Of course, there's Eldroth, and a trainer, and also Yongi, and he scowls as he adds the last one, Blorn. Also, thou shouldst speak with Leanna. She knows a few of the people that I do not. I am afraid that I do not know everyone as well as I should. Leanna? She's my clerk. She's very efficient. I couldn't govern Vesper without her. And Yongi? He serves drinks at the tavern. Many have claimed him to be the best bartender on this side of the desert. People come from all around Britannia to speak with him, he says proudly. And the trainer. Zaxxum is our trainer. He can teach thee how to better defend thyself. Should the gargoyles cause trouble, I am comforted that he would defend our side. Just living in fear. Goodbye, my lord. I Am Not a Dragon by Thompson. I've read this. Is your assistant? Do you guys sleep in the mayor's office? Ooh, lockpicks. And swamp boots. I didn't even see those. Camouflage. You see a short woman with a distracted look on her face. Name? Breaking from her work. She just woke up. The woman turns to look at you long enough to respond. My name's Leanna. Job? I'm the mayor's clerk. I'm responsible for keeping track of official records and documents in Vesper. The mayor? I respect Austin in an unofficial capacity, but, she adds, raising her eyebrows, as a mayor, he's far too spineless. He's afraid of taking sides on any issue. I do not think he should have volunteered for the election. Vesper? I like the town, but it is so far from Britain that it attracts some truly unusual people. Unusual? Well, there are a couple of strange ones, Mara and Yongi, and then there's Blorn. He's a mean one, and well, let me guess. Of course, there's Eldroth, and, she says with a shudder, the gargoyles. I thought you were going to say gargoyles first. Let's start with them. Now there's a disgusting creature for thee. I think they were better named back when we called them daemons. In fact, she hands you a piece of paper. Oh, damn it. What do you think about Eldroth? He's nice, I suppose, but he is also a doddering old fool. I do not think he had a brain for more than a decade. And Blorn? There is a troublemaker and thief if I've ever seen one. He needs to think about leaving town, quickly, if he knows what is best for him. Are you threatening him? There is one thing that I like about him, though. He hates the gargoyles more than anyone. Do you have something new to say about the gargoyles? No. Yongi. Yongi is nothing more than a drunk. The only reason he opened a tavern was to have an excuse to purchase large amounts of alcohol at wholesale prices. And do not ask him about the gargoyles unless thou dost want to talk thine ear off. He hates them almost as much as Blorn does. What about Mara? Mara? She needs to learn how to act like a woman. Her manly attitude doth not fool anyone. Jeez, you sound like a real treat. People. Well, there are Cador, Yvella, and Zaxxum. Those are the normal ones. Cador? I hope that doesn't mean fellowship members. Cador is the head of the Britannian mining company branch here in Vesper. Yvella? She is Cador's wife. And Zaxxum? He is the trainer. Quite a good fighter from what I hear. Alright, that's it. Alright, bye. She nods at you as she returns to her business. They probably just keep giving me this. But I don't want it. Whoa, look at all that crap. Nothing important, though, I don't think. Okay. Moving on. We're both going to follow me. That's cool. Cool, cool, cool. What does this say? Yeah. The Way of the Swallow by Foyles. Within the pages of this tome lies the story of a mother who loved and was deeply loved by her family. Though the work ends sadly with the death of the mother, her family gains comfort in the knowledge that her inner spirit has found a better place to rest. Might have read that before, not sure. This must be Zaxxum's spot. To the Death by Zaxxum, his own book. This book is an in-depth manual of the fighting styles prevalent in Britannia. The author distinguishes between contemporary and historical styles and comments on the value of each. Veteran's Guide to Weapons and Armor. Their effectiveness and value. Oh, cool. I like when they do this. So here we can actually see what the different weapons do. Here is listed for easy comparison the various weapons and their effect on opponents. So a two-handed axe does 10 damage. Blowgun does 1. A bow does 8. A cannon does 90. The crossbow does 10. Halberd does 10. Two-handed hammer does 9. Oh, a main ghost is not good at all, too. I didn't realize that. Morningstar 5. Counter peg explosion 16. One-handed sword 6. Two-handed sword 11. Triple crossbow 28. So the two... Oh, and they don't have... a great dagger? Did we see great dagger? Let's go back to the beginning. I want to see. Dagger? No, no great dagger. Armor and shields and their protection effectiveness are described here to permit the informed soldier the opportunity to select the armor best suited to his or her fighting style. The buckler is 1. What are we using? We probably have some chain armor at 2. We have some chain leggings for 2. Well, the curved heater is better. The buckler. Gauntlets 2. Gorget 3. Great helm is 4. Greaves is 2. All leather armor is 1. Plate armor is 4. Spiked shield is 2. So spiked shield is better than a buckler. Wooden shield. Oh, wooden shield is better than a buckler too. I didn't realize that. And magic weapons. Magic arrow, so it does do additional damage, +4. I mean, it makes sense that it would. Magic axe, 8 damage and can be thrown. Oh, that's more than I realized with the magic axe. I guess I've never really paid that much attention to this. Magic bow does 12, so a magic bow is even more than a two-handed sword. Magic sword does 7 and is very accurate. The glass sword, I think, does the most damage in the game, but it breaks after one attack, or at least does very close to the most damage in the game. So they're always good to have for big boss enemies. Magic armor gives you 5 damage, or excuse me, 5 defense. Blah blah blah. Rarities, the fellowship staff does 6, the fire sword does 8, the musket does 9. BR sword unknown, I don't know. Oh, I can't remember what that is. All of the items listed in the final category are either unique items or legendary items. Their usefulness in combat has not yet been fully explored. The musket is listed as a legendary item. You see a strong, powerful man looks at you and nods acknowledgement. We cool? I am Zaxxum, he states proudly. Job. I teach others to be strong fighters. I am a trainer here in Vesper. Vesper? I have taught here for many years. I like the town, but I am not too fond of some of the residents. Oh, let me guess. Most of us are respectable, but there are a few that I wonder about. Blorn and the mayor, for example. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Blorn. That one I do not like one bit. I do not trust him. He reminds me of those gargoyles. Oh, darn. Gargoyles? What is there to say? But do not let them get too close, or they will rob thee. Any day now they may try to use violence to take over the town. The mayor himself has asked that I fight, if necessary. Though I have no fear of death, that is a battle I do not look forward to. Violence? As thou must surely know, all gargoyles are prone to senseless fits of violence. That has not been my experience. It would be quite natural to expect them to use it for their own selfish gain. Rob me? I have already heard that some of my fellow residents have had things stolen by those wretched creatures, and not by the Avatar at all. Mayor? 'Tis not that I do not trust him, I just wonder about his ability to run the town. His name is Austin. Talk to him and see for thyself what thou thinkest. Better yet, talk to his clerk, Leanna. Well, we already have. Tell me about the town. The land to the northeast is a bit dry, but the oasis and nearby shores give us plenty of water for drinking and bathing. And we don't want to train right now. May thy strength be thy guide. Thanks, Zaxxum. That food smells good. I guess we found the inn. The man before you narrows his eyes to slits as he sees you. Name. Blorn, if thou must know. Job. I don't believe I wish to tell thee. Okay. Bye. He gives a slight nod and a quiet grunt and returns to his business. Is that still Blorn? Yeah. Quit following me, Blorn. You see a broad-shouldered man with a solemn look about him. Name? The man shakes your hand. I am Cador. Job? I oversee the local branch of the Britannian Mining Company in Vesper. We mine many different minerals. Minerals such as gold and lead? No black rock, eh? I work with Mara and a gargoyle named Laplem. What do you think of Laplem? Well, for a gargoyle, he's not too lazy. He works much harder than the other one who left, and Manvius. But I would fain to let him go if we did not need the extra hand. Mara? She is a fantastic worker, better than most men I have mined with. Vesper? That is the name of our town. Leanna at Town Hall can give thee any more information that thou mightest need, but I have lived here with my family since the branch opened.
Family? Yes, my wife Ivella and my daughter Catherine. What do you think of Leanna? She keeps the records at Town Hall. And what do you think of the Fellowship? It is a wonderful organization. They perform many works of charity and special events, parades and such. He points to his medallion. As thou canst see, I am a member. I fully believe in the triad of inner strength. I'm not going to ask you about that. Goodbye. It's been a pleasure. Mara? You see a well-muscled woman who lifts her head in acknowledgement of your presence. Name? The woman grabs your hand and shakes vigorously. Hello! My name's Mara. Job. She flexes proudly. I am a miner in Vesper. And Vesper? This used to be a pleasant town. She looks around, apparently checking if anyone is near, till the gargoyles became so unruly. Now most of us have to spend far too much time wondering when the gargoyles will decide they want to kill us. Us? Well, I know Cador feels as I do, as does his wife. I've heard the mayor express his concern about them. I don't really know his clerk, Leanna. Leanna? I've only seen her a few times. She doesn't really like you. I do not know her well enough to say this, but I think she is angry about something, for she's always in a bad mood. And the mayor? His name is Austin. I like him, but I suspect that Leanna is the one who truly keeps Vesper in order. You would suspect right, I think. Excuse me. And what about his wife? Or Cador's wife? Ivella is a lovely woman. She spends her days caring for their daughter, Catherine. Cador? He's in charge of managing the mines. Does a fair job, too. He usually joins me at the Gilded Lizard. That's where we are. That is the tavern here in Vesper. Yongi's the barkeeper. He serves a passing fair tankard of ale. And tell me about the gargoyles. She shrugs. There is naught to say, except that they are a menace. This town would be a much better place without them. Okay, bye, Mara. Mara shakes your hand and slaps you on the back, saying, Fare thee well, friend. Yongi. Tending the bar is a jovial-looking man. Welcome to the Gilded Lizard. Name. Me name's Yongi, my lord. And ye are? Lugan. Welcome to me tavern, Lugan. Job. Why, I tend me bar and lend me ear to the customers, he adds, touching his right ear for emphasis. Customers? Well, all I really know in Vesper are me regulars, Cador, Mara, and Blorn. Ye might be wantin' to talk to Austin, the mayor, or his clerk Leanna. Ah, now, there's a fine young lass. He winks at you. She doesn't like you very much. Vesper. Why, I wouldn't want to live any place else. Of course, this town would be a better place if we could rid ourselves of those jackals, the gargoyles. The gargoyles? Gargoyles? What about 'em? They be the vilest, evilest, cruelest, most despicable things ever to crawl upon this great land. I canna tell ye too well to stay away from them. I can only imagine what a fine town this would be if there weren't no more gargoyles. I can slip it into Southern, I think. Of course, I know those dogs are probably saying the same about us. Everybody knows they're gonna come and kill us in our sleep one evening. Why, I only the other day, one attacked Blorn. Gwan, ask him about it. Blorn is pretty intense. There be one who knows what's what. He knows what be wrong with this town. Gargoyles, that is what be wrong. He hates 'em, he does. And Mara? She works with Cador at the mines. Hard as stone, that one. She be more than most of the men in town. She be more man than most of the men in town. Cador. He be in here every night after work. Good man. Hard worker. Now what do you sell? Be wantin' food or drink? No. May the road rise up to meet ye. Let's see what you got in here. Nothing. Where's all your food? Yongi? Okay, well, we'll call it there for this episode, and we'll start off next episode following up about Blorn and checking out the other half of town. See you then.